I think it's funny that people took this, like either people that live outside Dallas thought that like this meant he's coming to the Cowboys or what, but like it's a 2.5 hour drive from Austin to Dallas. So like he's not moving to Austin to come play for the Cowboys. He's in Austin, he's always been in Austin. He's going to figure out where he's going to play. The fact that he's in Austin and enrolling his kids in school or whatever it is of no bearing on his future plans in the NFL. The Cowboys initially were offering a second-round pick. Seahawks wanted a first. They got the draft day. The Seahawks said, we'll take your second. Cowboys said, how about a third? And they never got to a deal, right? We all know that. And then Earl Thomas had 2 picks against the Cowboys and then injured himself, broke his leg, was out for the year the next week. Poetry is fantastic, isn't it? I think this offseason would be a major disappointment if Earl Thomas doesn't end up on the Cowboys. There's risk. You know, how much money does he want? Over how many years does he want it? He's older. 6 straight seasons in the NFL, played in 16 games. Then in year 7, in 2016, he played in 11 games. In 2017, he played in 14 games. And the last year, he played in 4 games. It makes sense. The older you get, the more injury-prone you become, the more likely you are to miss time. He's missed 19 games over the last 3 seasons. So how much can you invest in that guy, right? It's a reasonable opinion to have. These are facts. These are important components. But I want the Cowboys to sign Earl Thomas. I know that there's risk. This guy, based on recent history, doesn't seem to be able to play in 16 games at 30 years old. Again, 6 straight seasons of 16 games, and 11 in 2016, 14 in 2017, and 4 in 2018. But he's that good when healthy. He is a ball hawk. We've talked about it. He manufactures and creates turnovers. He's a turnover machine. Now, what do they do at safety? They bring in Earl Thomas. Well, you've got Xavier Woods. You've got Jeff Heath. You've got Kayvon Frazier. You basically, obviously, he traditionally plays free safety, so that means you'd go Earl Thomas and Jeff Heath. But I don't know. I mean, maybe you could be multiple. Maybe you could mix in him and Woods together and kind of, go without a strong safety thing. I'd be curious to see what they do, but there's not many guys like Earl Thomas in the NFL. And again, Cowboys have been really bad in recent years at creating turnovers. Really bad. So this is a guy that helps to rectify that issue. Stephen Jones has said routinely, and the Cowboys, their actions have said this, they don't go outside the organization to bring in outside free agents. But this year should be the exception to that. You look at, aside from the trade for Amari Cooper, the last outside free agent they brought in that was a big name was Brandon Carr. So it's been a long time since the Cowboys spent money in free agency bringing somebody from the outside in. It's not the wrong approach to take. It's just not the whole way to build a roster, right? Like, you can't build a roster through free agency. You build a roster through the draft. You have to, make the right decisions in terms of, drafting, developing, then retaining those guys that you need to, letting the other guys walk and get paid elsewhere, and on and on and on. So that's the most important component to building a championship roster. But I think the other piece to that, which is important, is knowing when to add free agents, who to add, cost, those kinds of things. And you cannot build a championship roster without, taking some gambles in free agency. Period.